Hey, what's up, family? It's Master Trainer Solomon Pratt. Today I was talking to my sister, and it gave me a really good idea that I'm gonna go and make a video about helping you turn your hobby or helping you start your first business. Alright, y'all. Yeah. So this video is not for everybody, but it's for the people who actually have a side hustle that they basically want to go and start doing to make money, or they want to start a business. So I wanted to give you all some tips that it can help you get things in motion. So yeah. So alright, y'all. So who all don't know me, I'm Master Trainer Solomon Pratt, and I've been a trainer for 9 years. I done trained thousands of people, but I wasn't always a personal trainer. It was a process for me to basically to get here and to become a trainer for so long. So I thought about my life, and when I was talking to my sister, I said, I got some really good tips that help people be able to take that leap of faith and be able to, moving toward making money, toward, just on your own terms. So just like it made, it wasn't that clip and dry. When I was younger, I was basically, going to training college, and pretty much as if people telling me different things to do. I think about how when I was like 17, one of my uncles was telling me that I should do heating and cooling, because they don't work too hard, and just yeah. So so me being a younger teenager, I said, well, okay, I'm 17, so I'm like a senior in high school. So I basically enrolled in this training college heating and cooling program, and then I tried it, and I realized that I never really liked it. It's like I never. I mean, I don't care about heating and cooling. I don't care about I remember before where we basically had to go and do the labs and do all that other stuff though with the cooling, and I had zero like for that. And I did it for about, let me see, I think for about 2 semesters. I had like a few classes when I still was a senior, and I did not like it at all. So that's pretty much one of the things that I would tell people though is to don't do a career because other people tell you to do it. But one thing that is good though, I am glad that I tried out different things when I was younger. Because one thing that I tell people though too, which I'm telling my sister today, is if you're not passionate about what you're doing, you're not going to be able to commit to it long term, especially when it comes down to you to just get past those initial hurdles of having the business and starting the business. So you have to like it enough, and then you have to like it enough, or you can take the time to go and get good enough to get people to pay you. So yeah, but the worst thing that a person can do is they want to do something where they just want to just make some money. So yes, if you just want to make some money, you're not going to be able to stay in the long term. For be able to have the business to mature. So as I was saying, so I'm about 17 years old. So I'm taking heating and cooling. I had a different labs and different things to do with refrigerating, and yes, and I did not like that at all. So I did it for about 2 semesters. I took just a few classes, and then I said, no, I'm not doing that. Then I pretty much tried the second thing. The second thing was I thought, well, I like cars. I said, okay, I'll be a mechanic. So I'm serious. So I tried that for a few semesters, and I liked it that better than heating and cooling because I was good at just working with my hands, and so yeah. So I was going to school for automotive. And one thing I think about how my one auntie, she did tell me about that, like, man, you being a mechanic, you don't want to do that though. You don't want to be all greasy every day coming home from work. And then I said, well, I mean, at the time, I was really 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 into fixing up my dad's old Camaro. They basically my mom's bought for my dad, and I said, okay, I mean, I like this though. But one thing that I want to learn from heating and cooling, and I also learned from having some jobs, working on cars every day, all day. Number one, I'm like 6'5", so I realized that I learned that a lot of mechanics are like 5'7", 5'6", so they're shorter. So so for them to be working under the lift of a car, it's not that bad when you're like 5'6", 5'7", But here it is, me, I'm 6'4", and being up under a car, oh my god, I had all kind of problems with my back. I didn't like that. That was super uncomfortable. Another thing that I realized about it was even just working under the hood was super uncomfortable. You know, being bent over a hood. For like a few hours. And at one time, I was working at this trans shop. And oh my God, every day, I was like, all covered in trans oil and oh my God, just yes. I mean, I tried it out for a little bit, and then this is when I learned. Well, I like working on my car, and my car, I like to, restoring, the Camaro. It was like a ooh thing about just making it faster. So and then I learned a lesson that I like working on my car, but I don't like working on other people's cars like that. I work on my mama car, so at the time, I worked on different girlfriends' cars. Sometimes I did that, but I realized that I don't want to do this every day. I'm too tall to be working on no car, and I don't like having grease under my nails every day, and but I went through that process where I liked the automotive more, than heating cooling, but that still wasn't popping, I mean, but still, it still was a process that I had to go through for me to get right here. So yes, and then just like when I was doing my automotive journey, like pretty much how it started was I was about 18 years old, and pretty much speaking automotive, I wanted to fix up my dad's 71 Camaro. It was like a regular Camaro. It had like a 307 motor in, just nothing fast, just a regular Camaro. And I wanted to fix it up, and that's where pretty much my skills and confidence pretty much started to grow. Because how it happened was, let me drink some. 1 second. Okay. So how it happened was, pretty much, my mom, she was like, okay, so I see that you're motivated about fixing this car. But at first, my mom was like, that damn car, I'm gonna stay the car. Until my uncle was telling her, like, man, you should be happy that Solomon found a way to go and, motivate himself, to work on his skills. So how it happened was, my mama, she would pretty much give me money for fixing stuff around the house, and then I would use that money to buy parts for the car. So that's pretty much, that was my inspiration for really being an entrepreneur and being a hustler. So so I remember the first thing that I went and learned was pretty much how to do ceramic tile. So my first tile job I did was basically pretty much putting down my mom's a towel in a kitchen floor. So I went and did that, and yeah, and my mama, she gave me some money, and then I bought, some stuff for the car, and, and then I just kept doing stuff around the house to go and, and just earn money so I can buy parts to fix the car and restore it. So at that time, I'm getting good working with my hands, and, we come down to working on cars, and then I still was also getting really good at working on the house, because of working on the house was how I was able to get money. So I had to keep learning how to do more stuff. So yeah, even me, I feel like I'm working on the house, I'm pretty good at it, because it was like one time I was doing that for years and years. So it's like I don't mind doing it, for emergencies, or sometimes for my mom's. Like today, my mom, I had to change the locks, for her, at her place, and do some other different stuff. But yeah, it just I work on a house as an emergency, but but I don't like doing it. I'm not passionate about it, but it's just I don't mind doing it when I have to as an emergency. So here it is. I'm 19 years old, so I'm fixing on the car. I'm buying parts. I'm learning how to do more stuff. And at one time, I started working with my uncle, and this pretty much also helps my skills get even more better. Where at the time I'm working for him, and I'm doing other different type of jobs. Working on houses with him. I'm learning more. It was really good. It helped me build up my confidence. So yes, so that helped me a whole lot. So I'm about 19, 20. So I got the car running. And man, like when I was working for my uncle, it's like all the money that I pretty much made, I used every dollar toward buying parts for the car. And but at the time, I was so motivated. I was so inspired. Like, man, they had this car going. But now, just the car is still cool. But like, I don't like it like that. Like, I haven't drove that car in about a year and a half. Ever since I got my Challenger, and like, but and Pursuit, but right now, just I'm like really, really, really passionate about my business. So my passion for my business pretty much gets me whatever I want. Even though I still like cars, but just, I like the business more because the business funds everything. But yeah. So as I was saying, so it was a process. So so this is like me now. I'm about 20. I think I'm about 21. And see, and I had my first, not my first job, but I had my first sales job, and then I was working for Comcast. So I worked for Comcast, and it was called sales retention. So basically, when people old Comcast, when it come down to having a bill or having some equipment that they haven't turned in, that was my job to go and pretty much convince them to go and make their Comcast bill payment to me, so that I can make the call to go and get their services cut back on. Or my job was also to go and collect the equipment. Like back then, I was getting like paid like $10 a box. Let me see, it's like $5 a modem. So yeah, so that was actually my first sales job. And I kind of liked it. I'd be driving around different areas and Amherst and but what I had to do was I had to go and make sure that I find people who actually haven't paid their bill, or otherwise people will be like, what? I made the payment already, so I had to make sure that the people was not current with their bill. So yeah, but you definitely that was my first sales job, and I actually like doing it, but I chose to do it only part time, but yeah, but this I did it just part time because then what happened? What happened at the same time? I think at first for that summer I did it. I'm only working for Comcast. Later on, I said, well, I want to go to school because I was working for my uncle, and then I'm like, no. So doing this, I'd rather go back to school. So I wound up, going back in school. And I said, well, I do like sales, And then what happened was I was about, let me see, I was about 20 years old, 2021. And pretty much I was like downtown, with one of my friends. And I seen this one beautiful sales lady. I remember her right now. Her name was Maddie. So she basically looked good, had a nice body, and like at that time she was doing 5 links. 5 links was like this multi-level marketing. So yeah, and she was doing sales, she was doing that, and I wanted to hear what she basically had to say because she looked really good. So so that pretty much inspired me also to go and do sales. So but yeah, but it was a process. So me being 20 years old, me pretty much I'm doing the 5 links, and me also working for Comcast, but it had me to say, well, okay, I do like sales, so let me go on and get me a career in sales. In sales, I get to talk stuff, make people better. I like selling, so I'm very competitive. I said I'm a salesman, so I'm gonna do that. So I wound up pretty much going to school for sales and marketing, and and it taught me some good stuff about school. But I'll say like really, 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 my real good sales stuff came from me, running the business. And the other thing that I realized that I pretty much liked it too. It was like about almost around the same time. I liked it modeling, but then still, when I was when I was about 19, 20, trying to get more known modeling, pretty much too, it was like a tough business. It was just that a lot of times people would use their leverage, to get you, they're going to do something, to get signed, and I don't want to get famous that bad. So yeah, so I mean, modeling is pretty much one of my passions. It actually it is, but that just I wasn't passionate about it enough, to keep doing it. I was like, man, just me trying to be a model, I gotta be that one chosen black person, so or like that one token black person, so that was like I don't want it that bad, so yeah, so pretty much, I went to school for sales and marketing. So I went to school for sales and marketing, and I said, well, I'm a salesman, so but I at least pretty much knew that. So yeah, so I pretty much graduated college in my degree in sales and marketing, and what happened? Let me see. And what else? And then pretty much so I tried selling insurance. Let me see. I don't know that I had passed. Was it my casualty? Test, and what else? And my auto, insurance test, but I didn't pass the property one. So I was like, okay, what else am I gonna do? But yeah. But the main thing I tell y'all is you gotta try different things. You gotta find stuff. This is when you're winning. When you find something that you actually enjoy doing and you basically do it good enough to get people to pay you for it, that's when you actually are winning. So a lot of people, they have things that basically they have different talents or jobs or businesses that they can do well, but they pretty much don't enjoy doing it, even though they basically make money from doing it. They pretty much don't enjoy it. So so they're gonna really quick get burned out from doing it. But the main thing, you want to find something that you actually enjoy doing. So one thing I ask people a lot, even people that I train, I like to help them, develop their passion and to be better. So one thing that I have learned is that a lot of people don't know, what they're passionate about. And then the best way to find it out is for you to try different things, and try to see, okay, what can I do, even if I'm not getting paid at this moment. So that's pretty much, a great tip that can help you find your passion. Oh yeah, so just try different things and then find out what you actually enjoy doing, and then this is also a very big part of it too. So find something that that you're pretty much excited about, and then by you basically mastering that craft more, that's gonna make you feel better, and it's gonna have you to be able to be even better at the craft, and then that's gonna take you. Oh my God! So that's gonna help you a whole lot. But the problem is that most people just haven't tried. I understand, like a lot of times to go and survive, you have to just do what you have to do. But but you have to set some time, to go and just work on things that it is for you. One thing that I pretty much tell my clients too is it's not good, to have your family, your kids to be the only thing that you're passionate about. Because one thing that I see is like a lot of time I see parents that I train, and then once their kid get older, their kid is just all about doing what they want to do, and for all the sacrifices that you made for your kids, the kid don't care. So the kid is just doing what they want to do. So that's why it's important for you still to don't lose who you basically are as a person, because that's like a terrible thing, like when I see parents, and then their kids, just they made all these sacrifices for their kids, and now the kids has a life, and now the kids is like, whatever, mom, just, yeah. So yeah, so it's so important for you to still know who you are, even if you basically have kids, and yeah. So all right, y'all. So it basically came down to now let me see. Now I'm about 20. Let's see. I'm about 23 years old, 24 years old, and I was trying to get my first property, and like pretty much if I mean, I like property enough, but I'm not passionate about it, but I like it enough, So I was about 23 years old. I was trying to get my first property. And man, I found, like, at the time I was working for the bus company, and I got this really good run where I was making a lot of money, and I was trying to get this property out west, and I know that I had to put down the earnest money was about $2,500. It had about 3 units, and man, just I was so focused and so committed on getting that property. For the most part, everything with the place was good, but it had a few different things wrong, with it. But it's so small stuff. But I was still trying to go and qualify for this type of loan. So I actually was working on property before I actually even owned it. So so I was, I was really focused, and I did whatever I could, but that was like, some powerful lessons that I want to learn from that experience. Like, number one, the first 30 days, my contract wound up expiring, and I forgot the name of the company that owned the place, and then pretty much two if they gave me a extension, And then like every day I'm going back and forth with the bank. I'm going back and forth with underwriting, and man, it was always something. So it's like, even though like I made good money, at the time, driving a bus, I was trying to get it, but but yeah, and then pretty much too, what happened was like I had to pay $500 for a appraisal, and then what happened was the one guy that the bank chose and chose to do the appraisal, he went and listed the place as a 3 unit when it was only a 2 unit and a finished basement, but he actually wouldn't go and pretty much fix the error that he made until I had a whole new contract. So that was the error that he made, and then pretty much too, if this time the bank wasn't giving me I mean the people who owned the property wasn't giving me no other extension, so I was trying to go and pretty much to get it. So I said, man, I'm running out of time. So I put down my earnest money. I'm trying to close. I'm going to stuff with this bank. And at the time, my mom, she wasn't able to help me. So my mom, she actually wasn't working then. So I was trying to get it. So and then I actually wound up losing my money because I was running out of time on the contract, and I was trying to go and close, but I was going to stuff with the bank, and then I tried to go and get like a, what do you call it, like a line of credit with somebody who basically worked for the what do we call it, for the Illinois title company, so I can get it. I was trying to get it. I did whatever I could, and God wound up just taking my money. So yeah, so that was a tough thing. It took me like a few years to go and pretty much rebuild myself up after that. So yeah, so that it took about a good few years, and yeah, and then like pretty much was if what happened after that though. I was trying to go and get signed to this modeling. Yeah, so then back then, I actually tried back doing modeling. I was about 24, 25, and it's one school that I wound up running to. It was called the Chicago Performing Arts Academy. And when I met them, they was talking about how they were gonna give me other different gigs where I can make money and do stuff, but they just totally lied. And then like pretty much what happened was it was just a school for for acting and modeling, but they didn't send people out to get jobs or to make money. And yeah, so but still I tried that, so, and I realized that I like modeling better than acting. So yeah, just I just tried a lot of different things. And then I was like, man, it's like I was trying to get signed to Ford. I was trying to get signed to a lot of other places. They would tell me stuff like, well, Ford told me, well, we got one black person already. So I'm like, whoa, you got one? I'm like, so whatever. I thought about it. I said, well, I mean, I always did like fitness. I said, my friend, I'm going to be a trainer instead of me just, crossing my fingers to be that one black person, that's signed to a modeling agency. So I said, well, my friend, I think I could do it though. I'd be a trainer, and I realized that, man, since I'm a trainer, and then also I realized that that I like talking women and macking women. I said I'm gonna be a personal trainer, and I like helping people get stronger and better. So I was like, okay, so I felt I'm gonna be a personal trainer. So yeah, so yep, and ever since then I done stuck with it. Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, just I made mistakes. It's like I try different things, but it's but yeah, but it's all about you just not giving up on yourself and keep trying. So personal training was the one thing that that since is basically being a personal trainer is a sales job. So so I pretty much enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed running the business. I enjoyed meeting people, help people get stronger, tougher, better. So yeah, so just I was able to just stick with it. So now my whole thing is I'm just working on just getting the marketing to take off to get to the next level. So I got products that I make. I make ankle bands, glute bands, power bands, offer online training. So but yeah, but just but it wasn't as easy. I had to stick with it. But if I wasn't passionate, for what I do and about me helping people, just I would have quit a long time ago. So that's why it's very important to go and try different things. And then y'all, and then people can sense that too. People can sense when people are just doing stuff just to make money, and then so people, they can sense that, But yeah, just you should, have the mindset to be the best at whatever you're doing. Because people, it's same with me. If I was the kind of person when, well, I'm an okay trainer, I'm okay. People, would pay me. People want the best. So, oh yeah, yeah. So it was definitely a process. So I want y'all to work on that now. Also too, the other reason why a lot of people aren't successful in their business is because they're waiting for the perfect time. They're waiting for the perfect circumstance to get started, and that's also why most people fail. So you just it's never gonna be a perfect time. Something's gonna always be happening. Something's gonna come up. You just have to want it bad enough to go and just stick with it and just get started now. Yeah, yeah. And one thing that helps a lot too is pretty much too, once you get some things going where you actually have some skills and you have some stuff invested with the business, then you should go and get you a mentor. So I done had a few different mentors. I paid mentors, but yeah, but first I said, don't get a mentor until after you pretty much put some time in on the business, and you actually are at least pretty much good. Because then just the worst thing to do is to get you a mentor when you haven't built nothing and you haven't done nothing, because mentors don't want to hear that. They want to help somebody who basically has made some investments and they actually put some time in, not just somebody who just talk about what they want to do. So but yeah. Or then too, the other thing that you should do too with your mentor is you should pretty much too, to offer or have something of value to be able to give the mentor to. Let's say that you can help them with their business, or in some way that you can help them, that it'd be pretty much too worth it for them to help you, and then just yeah. So this is very important to go and get your mentor after you've been in the business for at least a few years, sometime, and you got some type of skill and confidence from what you do, and then having a mentor will be able to help you get to the next level. So yeah. So I would just think about this. I said, well, I'm gonna go on and make a video about it. And this is one thing that I wish that I would have did a long time ago too. Is when you first start the business, go and get incorporated or start a LLC as soon as you start the business. And then, because what happens is, the government and the state pretty much, and the banks, they pretty much, look at you as a business when you basically get your business license and then you're registered to the state. Otherwise, then if you're not, they don't take you seriously, and they don't really look at you as a business. And one thing that you can do too is when you actually get registered, I actually suggest you get you pretty much a business line of credit, or get you a business checking account and get you a business credit card. So like a lot of times when a person gets them a business checking account, a lot of places like Chase or Wells Fargo, they will also give you a business credit card, because business credit is different than regular credit. But what happens is in the beginning with the business, you're gonna have to use your personal credit, to go and help you be able to get things going with the business. Oh yeah. So but yeah, so that definitely makes a big difference. So just you want to go on and just do that. But definitely I say just find you somebody. Find you a tax accountant, and then and just somebody to trust, and then just talk to them about where you're trying to go with the business, and give them the whole layout of the business. Somebody to trust, and then have them help you choose what is the best entity for you. Like a lot of times people will mess up by just speaking to somebody who only knows how to do one type of business entity. So they're gonna say, well, I'm just doing business as, or yeah, or just an LLC. So but definitely find you somebody that can do a few different types of entities, and then they'll give you some good advice, on what was the best setup for you. Yeah. So, alright, y'all. So, yeah, y'all. So, I really do hope this video helped. I wanted to give you all some knowledge and game and some understanding as to how you can take your hobby and then turn it into where you can turn it into some money. So, all right, y'all. And also, other thing that I want to tell y'all too is everybody doesn't have to have a business. One thing that a person can just do if you're not ready to go all the way in is you can go and just pretty much shoot just work on just getting you a hobby that you could just make some money on the side with. Because that'll help you a lot too. If you could just have, just some type of side thing going where you're also making money on the side, from your job, so that'll help you a lot too. So actually, I got a video that I want to play too now that it'll also, to give you some more insight. So this is one of my mentors, Brandon Carter, where he is interviewing this other entrepreneur about, making money with your passion. Actually, I'm gonna play that right now. I'll play some of this. Let's see.
It's like a musician, and they sell the albums that you can download off the internet. They don't make a lot off that. The record industry takes a lot of it. But so from what I know, people who sing, they make most of their money when they go on tour. Yeah. So for guys like us, if we're not, say, making a living off of books, well, we have another option. Maybe you can go and train men, and me, I can go on tours, I can offer some kind of coaching. So, but what's more important is to develop your reputation as an expert in something. Yeah. You have to know more than the average guy on this topic. Yeah. And it's up to you whether you want that topic to be broad or narrow. But it has to be something that other men want to learn about, and they feel that it would help improve their lives in some way. So is there something that you know right now that other men come to you for? That's how you know. If other men are starting to ask you, hey, how do you do this? How do you do that? Then it's probably a sign that you're an expert in something. So once you become an expert in something, that's the beginning where you can probably package it in a way that helps people who follow you and helps you earn a living at it at the same time.
So like, first you should concentrate on skill acquisition, right? Getting good at something, being good enough to fucking teach it. Right.
I mean, I don't know. If you're not good at something, you need to spend the time to get good. Whether it's learning a language, learning a sport. I mean, to become an expert in something takes a lot of time. And I'm sure your viewers already know how much time you spend in fitness. My readers already know how much time I spend in improving my game to be more attractive to women. Nothing comes easy, but I mean, if there's a guy that says, how do I start a business, but I don't really know anything, I mean, I would have to tell him, you have to become an expert at something that other men want to also become an expert on. And once you get that, once you develop the expertise, then the next step in terms of how to make a living off of it is going to come naturally.
So you don't even consider yourself like an entrepreneur. You consider yourself a writer, but you just sell your own. Like, seems like you don't, almost like you don't care about. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. It just means that, like, it's not important. You like just getting information out is important, and if you can make some money off it, cool. But it's not a big deal to you, seems like.
I know this is going to sound weird, but I think if you give the universe a lot of value, you get it a lot, but you get a lot back. Like, you get what you give. And if you start a business journey thinking, what can I make? What can I get? I don't think you will do well. I think you have to have the sincere motivation to help other people. And the universe will give you that help that you give them, will give it back to you, probably in a different form. I mean, I'm doing, in terms of business, a lot of the sales, marketing, internet marketing gurus tell me, Roosh, you're doing it wrong. Yeah. You're leaving money on the table. You need to optimize your sales copy. You need to offer a higher tier product. I'm like, man, I'm fine. I don't need it. I'm satisfied with the income I get. And if in the future I am in need, maybe I can ask for help by releasing a new product or something like that. But if you enter a business with a greedy mindset, I don't know if you're going to do as well unless you enter it with, I'm ready to help others, I'm ready to give. And if you give someone enough help, they'll want to give you things back without you even asking. They'll want to say, hey, Roosh, I've been following your stuff for a long time. I want to donate $1,000. And this has actually happened.
Really?
It's because I've given them so much value that they feel compelled to give it back. So whenever I go into a business idea or mindset, I'm not thinking how much I should charge, how much I can make, but what can I give that can help? And is there a product that I can give, that I can offer, where a man who wants to give back can pay for it?
Do you feel like that, like, because you're not doing like any like intense marketing or anything sleazy, do you feel like that's why you're fan? Because these guys are, I've seen your fans, man. These guys are, they're hardcore fans. They're not. Do you feel like that? Because sometimes I feel like over advertised. Because I look at your stuff and I feel like, yeah, I know how you can probably add a few back end products, a few upsells. You can probably do some, because I have a marketing background. But do you feel like because you don't, it's just like, hey, whatever. Kind of like, do you feel like maybe it's like, if you like sweating the girl and she kind of get like, what the fuck? Do you feel like it's the same way with customers or fans?
I'm sure you can figure out what I'm doing and then optimize it and package it into a tactic, a sales technique. Do what Roosh does, don't over optimize. But it's just me, I really don't like to do it. Yeah. I don't like to sell. I really don't like to sell things. I do it because I have to, because I need to eat.
Right.
But if I'm making enough and there's money on the table, I don't care, honestly. So is my ideas going to be elevated to the business schools and the marketing classes? No, it's not, because it doesn't optimize things. But honestly, you have to pick a business idea or tactic that fits who you are. And me, I'm not a guy that likes to really sell and push people. I don't like to push hard. So of course, any business I do is going to be one where take it or leave it. If you don't want to buy my stuff, it's okay. I hope you get the help that you need. But of course, I think my advice is better than everyone else's, Yeah. But only thing is, if you have, a lot of people say you have to have a goal to set in business. I want to make this much a month. I want to move this many widgets every month. I don't do that, man. I don't do that. And if you do that, that's fine. But that's a business style that for me is too much.
So you came at it with like not even business first. It was just more like, hey, I'm writing. Like you're a writer. So you said I'm just writing, and then the business kind of evolved out of it, kind of on haphazardly.
I think it's an accident. It's an accident where I am now, but it came from other men who follow me, telling me what to do next. Basically they're telling me what to do. They want to help me. They say, write a book about game. I wrote it. Write a book about gaming during the day. I did it. I want to meet women abroad. I wrote that book. I want to hear a talk, a speech. I did that. So I'm just doing what guys tell me to do. I'm not reinventing the wheel. I wish I can say I'm a business mastermind, but I'm not. I'm just doing what other guys tell me and what I like, and it happens to work out.
I think, like, I got this kind of philosophy, man. Like, if your shit is good enough, you don't really have to try hard, right? Like, if you're like, do you think, like, say some famous, handsome movie star is out studying game hardcore, or does he just got chicks coming to him? Like if you're like, or do you think like Donald Trump, like for example, I'm saying that he's so rich and powerful that he had people coming to him. He does not send out he's not sending hedge hunters out to find it. He's not recruiting. People are coming to him. You think it's because your content is so good that it's just like, hey, you don't have to try. So maybe that's the thing. Like, just be like Tesla. They don't spend any money on marketing. They just have the best car, right? Is it something?
Did Donald Trump have to study books on how to be a businessman? So I probably not. So I think what you have to ask is, what is your natural ability or skill? Should you get an introvert who is a poet to learn how to be an extroverted clown and a businessman? Is that a good idea? No, maybe you should give him advice that allows him to develop the art that he's already kind of good at. So maybe there's something within you that already lend to being a fitness guy, being comfortable in front of a camera. Maybe there's something in me which lent well to writing and thinking and trying to hack into how to make things work when it comes to meeting girls. So I think what we have to do is find a natural skill that makes us naturally an expert.
Right.
You know, and if you're naturally good in front of a camera, this is a day and age where you'll do well, right? Because YouTube is popular, everyone wants that. If you are naturally good at thinking, maybe you're going to have to struggle a bit more. But I don't know how much we can change our natural skill, and that's something that guys have to experiment with and try out.
Alright, fam, so I hope you all enjoyed this video, and actually I'm gonna do a part 2 and a part 3 about finding your passion and making money with your passion and turning it into profit. Alright, y'all, so remember I'm accepting one-on-one and online clients, so yeah, y'all, I'm gonna try to subscribe to my channel, and yeah, and I'm gonna see y'all next time. Remember, you have to believe there is a healthy, consistent version of yourself inside of you. See y'all next time.